to the 2015 ICC World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. Well, if you lost hope for the Windies with Kieran Pollard and Dwayne Bravo being left out of the World Cup squad, I guess you are finding it even more difficult to believe that the regional boys can put up a strong challenge now that ace spinner Sunil Narine has pulled out of the competition. This afternoon, the WICB sent out a release stating that the Trinidadian spinner, who just bowled the Red Force to victory in the Nagico Super 50 tournament, decided to give himself more time to work on his bowling action, which was reported as suspect in successive matches during last year's Champions League T20. Now, you might remember that after those incidents, Narine opted to take care of correcting his action on his own. So just about 12 weeks into the rehab process, Narine returned to the game, whereas we said he did so well for the Red Force. However, the 26-year-old off-spinner said that he was not completely confident about returning to international cricket. A few days ago, the ICC revealed that it will fast-track the testing process during the World Cup and submit a report within a week of a bowler's action being reported. Now, before this amendment, a bowler could continue to take part in the tournament after being reported, as long as he was tested within 3 weeks of the report. There was a feeling going around that teams would use bowlers with suspect actions in the latter stages of the tournament and get them tested at the end of the World Cup. The official release from the WICB stated that Narine has undergone intense remedial work on his bowling action, and preliminary tests have shown him bowling all of his deliveries under the 15 degrees allowance. The board went on to say that it supports Narine's decision to withdraw from the World Cup and that a replacement will be named shortly. The combined media men of Barbados took on a Wesleyan Select 11 in their annual T20 tape ball clash recently, and it was our guys who came out on top by 11 runs. The media was led by 67 from Calvin Patterson and an unbeaten 46 from Orion Seal in their total of 179 for 4. Sean Green reports.
You're ready for this?
Admiral Nelson HD opening for the media and closing just as fast, steering his second ball to gully for a duck. Yeah, maybe that's what I should have done. Well, next time. While an anxious Martin Paris was stretching his legs on the sidelines, Hayden Gill of the Nation newspaper probably didn't stretch his leg far enough to be LBW for 3. And yet another thing that didn't stretch was the score, only the wicket column, as Martin Paris was bowled behind his back for a duck as well. The media in early trouble at 7 for 3. Orion Seal came in and started flashy, pulling this one down through wideish long on, the first boundary of the game. His partner Kelvin Patterson was aggressive as well, as usual, cutting this one down through backward point to collect another 4. Then here he is from the other side, cutting again, same shot, same result, that's 4. And like a shot from a gun, whistling along the grass, all through the covers, Patterson strikes again. Look out, people, he's looking dangerous. He took a liking to this bowler in particular, pitched up and lifted up and out of the ground over the sight screen. Time to look for another ball, guys. Here he is again, and there it goes again, off the back foot and over cover for another boundary. And more sugar, whoop-pack, straight back overhead, down the ground, that's 4, taking Patterson to 67. Tony Aline came on from the other end and took care of the danger man, trapping him LBW. It's 111 for 4. Kenville Yearwood came out next and continued the 6 hitting. That's out of here. Seal joins in the party, smoking this one over a long off for a towering 6. There it goes. Aline with the charge. Catch him is the cry, and not a chance. Let's try bowling short to Aline and see what happens. Yep, there's your answer. You get clobbered over mid-wicket. You can't bowl that to him. Maybe I should try to pitch up to Seal instead and see what happens. Well, there it goes. 6 more over the covers as the media went on to make 179 for 4.
Our VC operator Don Grinnan says she wants to play the next match. Well, that total proved a bit too much for the Wesleyan 11, who are restricted to 168 in 19.4 overs. Hong Kong Sixes Barbados style. The novelty cricket format is set to form part of a special fundraising event next month for the Hamilton Lashley Foundation ahead of some major tours in 2015.
We are doing this National Sixes Cricket Festival, and we are naming it after Cammy Smith because of his prolific run-getting machine, particularly for his performance on that day. And the way we are doing it, we have a schools category, we have a clubs category, we have an open category, but more so we have a women's category and a family category. So just bring 6 and come.
He was speaking at the Hamilton Lashley Foundation prize giving and award ceremony, which was held over the weekend. The aim of the ceremony was to acknowledge and pay tribute to outstanding individuals of the foundation and those who contributed to the various programs which were implemented. Special awards were given to members who worked tirelessly throughout the previous year, including Gregory Small, Sandra St. Kitts, Colin Harewood, and Ivan Ford. Outstanding youth associated with the foundation were also awarded for their contributions, with sporting disciplines forming a major part of the foundation's activities. Presentations were made to top players of the Caribbean United Football Club and the HLF cricket team after successful showings last year in their respective competitions. Members of the media were also recognized, while Lashley himself was surprised with a special award. He told the gathering that the purpose of the foundation was simple.
To boldly go where no man has gone before. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the mission of the Lashley Foundation. To boldly go where very few social development practitioners across planet Earth has gone. And that is the mission, because we want to touch every human person that this society has stigmatized, has bastardized, has marginalized. That's what we want to do. And therefore, we would use every possible social intervention strategy to achieve that goal.
Rafael Nadal is out of the Australian Open.